It's really hard for women to get back into the workforce. So the very first inkling of the fund, I actually have an interesting story that is pretty unique for venture capital in that I took time off. So I was a stay-at-home mom. I was home for a while raising my two children in a suburb of New York. And it's really hard for women to get back into the workforce. And a very interesting statistic is that the largest growing demographic of people in the workforce right now is women over 55. They're raising their children and they're starting to return. And there's a lot of really interesting new technology companies that are helping women do that. There's return ships at a lot of the investment banks that are trying to find ways to bring women back. But it's really, really hard to come back and people say, oh, you haven't worked a little bit. But I was learning all kinds of different skill sets like management while I was
and micromanagement.
Exactly.
All levels of management.
Yeah. I would say about 2 years ago, I had been investing on my own account. Gosh, I think it's probably close to 8 years ago now when I started to do that, because that was something that I could do while the kids were home. I could still be investing. I could still all day long be researching companies. I could come into New York, I could meet with companies and make investments. And
on an angel's side?
Yes, yeah, on a smaller on my own balance sheet, absolutely. And my portfolio turned out to be really terrific. I have great return on capital. So I decided it was probably either time for me to go back to work or to start my own firm. And through the process of talking to people, you know, venture capital is such a discrete, small industry. And a lot of times partners are grown up within the firm. It's very hard to make a lateral move as a partner. And I left as a partner. I was a partner of Baker Capital when I sort of retired.